Good afternoon, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the September meeting of the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Commission. And as it is our custom to start, I'm going to call on Dr. Gloria Bonham to have the prayer and pledge for us, please.
Well, thank you. And we'd like to welcome Mr. Ralph Ringstaff among us today.
Thank you.
And at this moment, I'm going to ask us to pause for a moment of silence in recognition of the tremendous loss of Dr. Linda Gilbert, who served faithfully on the Parks and Rec Commission. And also, she is known for over 4 decades of service to our great community. I've had the pleasure of working with Linda. We started in undergrad school at MTSU in education. And over the years, I have known her to be a strong advocate for children and the families in the community of Murfreesboro. But she was also a powerful servant leader throughout our community, as well as a loyal and dedicated colleague. So I'm grateful for her compassion for others, her enormous generosity, and her gift of presence to us. So may we pause for a moment. Lord, we give you glory this day for how you have kept us during this global pandemic. We give you honor because there is no God like you. We thank you for your faithfulness toward us. We also thank you for your love toward us. Thank you for guiding our minds to a place of peace in a time of utter chaos. We pray that you will continue to surround us with people who have a heart that reflect you and your word. May your name get the glory, honor, and praise through it all. In your Son's name, amen. May we stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bonner.
You're welcome.
Dr. Gilbert will definitely be missed by many.
Yes.
And again, we want to welcome Mr. Ralph Ringstaff to the commission. And we're glad you're here, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, we'll get off on the new business here. Well, before I do that, we better look at the minutes. It's been a while, so I think the minutes may go back to February. So if y'all take a second and look over those, and then I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? There is none, so thank you very much. First item of new business is kind of a happy, regretful kind of thing. So we would like to show our appreciation to Councilman Eddie Smotherman for his many years of service on this commission. And it's been our privilege and pleasure, Eddie, to serve with you for all these many years. And, you know, the best part of that is, you know, we've all become good friends. And so that's been a good silver lining there. You served this commission well, and you've always been careful with the city's resources and money. You've been a great citizen and advocate for the borough. And this commission will miss your guidance, wisdom, and wit in many meetings to come. Thank you for your amazing service and to the city of Murfreesboro. And I know Nate would like to have you stand up here, and he has some other comments he would like to make.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Eddie came on the commission in May 2012. Since then has been a tremendous advocate for the park system, so we can't tell him thanks enough. He's been, like you said, a sound mind, very reasonable, has done the community just a tremendous service that doesn't go unnoticed. So we just, from a staff level, wanted to express our appreciation and your support over the past 8 years and just tell you thank you. I hope this doesn't end your advocacy for the park system and your volunteerism in the park system. So we wanted to present this plaque to you just to say thank you for everything you've done.
I guess, Eddie, there's no regrets. It's been a wonderful run. There's about 50 years of experience standing here with Parks and Rec, and all 50 of them have been wonderful. I reminisce back to the days where we had Grantland Rice Field, and that's where we started out, and now we've got the Miracle Field, and so we've come a long ways. But the park system has grown. We've got a wonderful city. We've got a wonderful commission. And you guys do a great job. The staff does a wonderful job. The employees out there at Barfield and Patterson Park, and I made a mistake. I've started down that road. But SportsCom and the Greenway system and the tennis facility and the golf course, and the list goes on and on. What a wonderful Parks and Recreation department we have. I'm proud to have served for 50 years within that department in different roles, everything ranging from coach to board member to council member. And it's been a privilege the whole time. I've worked with wonderful people. I reminisce and I think about some of the athletes I've coached, the hundreds of kids that I've coached, and sure, it's easy to remember those who went on and played pro sports, but the ones I remember the most are the ones who faced the most challenge. And we've been blessed to have had a wonderful system. It goes back to my childhood, goes back to Ray Duffy when I first got started coaching, and Dennis Rainier, Lanny Goodwin, Angela Jackson, and Nate Williams. We've had strong leadership within this department for many, many years, and they've all been dedicated to our city with this one goal, I think, always of making our parks and recreation system better. And I think every one of them have been a true success. So thank you very much, each and every one of you, and what a privilege and an honor it's been. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't make yourself scarce either, so. Okay, the next
Got some work for you still to do, Eddie, now that, we can get you on the volunteer, back on the coaching and all that.
That's so true. Okay, the next item, number 2, we're going to push that until the next meeting. So the next item of new business, we have some introductions to make, and for our Patterson Facility Supervisor.
Good afternoon. I'm Janelle Jenkins. I am the superintendent for Patterson Park Community Center, and I have the privilege to introduce to you a valuable team member that we were fortunate to gain back in March. Our facility supervisor position was filled by no other than Mr. Derek Blake. Mr. Derek Blake is definitely not a stranger to our community. He has served in various leadership roles within the Boys and Girls Club of Middle Tennessee, and we are so elated that he is now serving with us at the Patterson Park Community Center. And Mr. Blake, come on up and say a few words if you like. Thank you.
Well, I'm a man of very short words, so I just wanted to thank everyone for this opportunity to work for Patterson Park and a great team, and it's also just been a joy and a pleasure. Thank you.
Welcome.
I must say that as his former instructor at MTSU in teacher education, I commend Murfreesboro Parks and Rec for this great decision that you've made, and I hope that I know that you have hired an outstanding person, and I hope that he will reflect some of the theory that I taught him, because he was an excellent student.
That's great. Oh, Derek, be careful. To know we had teach up here, so that's good. So welcome. What a great facility you're at, and you already know that. Janelle, thank you for a good job there. Next item on the agenda, Angela's going to introduce our new city grant coordinator.
Good afternoon. This is just like the Oscars and the Emmys, where we introduce the next the next piece. We were fortunate enough a few months ago to hire Karen Lampert as grant coordinator for the city of Murfreesboro. Karen works with many city departments in grant writing, not only Parks and Recreation, but Nate made it very clear at the beginning that Parks was to be her favorite. And she has been working very hard on a lot of different projects. And I'll let her tell you about one of them in particular.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be in this position and be able to serve the city of Murfreesboro in this capacity. And 3 of the grants that we've received so far, 2 of them have benefited Parks and Rec directly. So we're really excited about that. And we've got a couple more that have been submitted or in the wait-in process, and several more ideas that we're trying to seek money for. So I'm excited about that. And I feel like Parks and Rec is really a positive leverage for the city of Murfreesboro, and I refer to it often as one of the good quality points as we're talking about the city and our grants and promoting those opportunities. So that's pretty exciting. One of the first grants that we received was a Martin Luther King Day of Service grant for Patterson Park Community Center, and so we were able to be awarded $50,000 that will allow us to promote volunteerism and promote Martin Luther King as a day of service, day on instead of a day off, and really work collaboratively in the community with a lot of the partners and partnerships that are happening out there to support the efforts of the Parks and Rec and what volunteer opportunities are happening in the city. And we're hoping to use that funding as well to see how we can provide some playground improvements at the park at Patterson as well. So we're excited about that. I don't know, Janelle, if you want to add anything else about that. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you so much and welcome. And that's great work on the Martin Luther King grant award. So thank y'all. Okay, next item on the agenda. Thomas, you gonna scare us? We're gonna be scared?
I had to read that about 3 times. Like, am I reading this? Does that say what I think it says?
So for the past 18 years, we've had a haunted hayride at Barfield Crescent Park. Most all of you have either been a part of that or have heard of that. And so with the current situation, hayrides are not going to be as prevalent this year, and in trying to adhere to guidelines within the governor's orders, we've decided that a hayride at Barfield Park was not a option this year. So we went back to the drawing board, and we went back 20 years to where the department did activities at Cannonsburg. So we are going back to Cannonsburg to offer a walk-through attraction. We feel confident that we can space the line, people waiting line, either through pre-sale tickets and through spacing out of the line. We can send smaller groups through. This is a walk-through attraction. So we'll have staff on hand to wipe down high-touch areas to ensure proper social distancing. While it's not what we'd prefer, we like to include the entire family. We do find that that's one element that is needed in our community for the teenagers and the older college kids. We found that a lot of people have plans to do trunk or treats or drive-through Halloween activities for the younger kids. So we found where the need was, and our event will be called Frightensburg. It'll be offered October 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We're still working out the times, but our target audience is young adults, teenagers, and families. We're going to advise younger children not go through this. We're going to make it as scary as possible. Our effort is to compete with some of these larger attractions. So we're going to charge $10 per person to go through, which is, if you visit haunts throughout Middle Tennessee, that's fairly cheap for a haunted house or an attraction like that. But we think our department can do an excellent job. This is going to be an opportunity for us to do another department-wide event where everybody participates, and working with Rachel and her staff, I think the entire recreation department will benefit as a team-building activity as well as provide that service to the community. So we ask your approval for Frightensburg.
Are there any questions for Thomas? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none.
Thank you.
Thomas, thank you, man. It looks like a great adjustment to what we've had, so sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, next item on the agenda, Susan Hicks is going to tell us about Perform Murfreesboro.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Susan.
Hi, how are y'all doing today?
We are good.
I'm here to talk about some of the new classes we have started at Perform Murfreesboro. We have 13 new classes that meet the safety guidelines so that we can get our children back into our program. We have a costume, hair, and makeup class where we're social distancing 6 feet and they're wearing masks, and we're teaching makeup in a new way on their arms, and then they go home and do it and they come back to us. Then we have a dance class where we're maintaining that social distance and getting the kids to learn some musical theater dance and learn their left from their right, and lots of fun stuff in the dance classes. And then we have a multitude of music classes. So we have some semi-private vocal lessons and some very small ensemble choirs where we're able to maintain 15 feet, and each child has their own microphone, and we're able to keep it running and the program continuing forward and meeting those needs of some of these younger children that are not at this point have those activities and those face-to-face things. So I just wanted to let y'all know and ask for consideration and making sure this is what you want us to keep doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'll move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Of course, there are none.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Rachel, you going to tell us about the new science camp?
Yes, sir, I am. On behalf of Outdoor Murfreesboro, they would like to begin a new science camp that will run a week. I think we all know that a lot of parents are finding themselves in a homeschool situation that maybe they haven't been in the past. And then we also know that our homeschoolers, the community here in Murfreesboro is quite a good size. So I think this will be a great opportunity to offer those kids a chance to come to the Wilderness Station. It will be from 9 until 2, the week of September 21st through the 25th. So the state science standards will be, focus, and they will use a lot of different STEAM activities, as well as hands-on, lots of outdoor learning. So I think it'll be a great opportunity for the kids. If this is successful, what they would like to do is to be able to offer this once a month all the way through the school season, which I think is a great opportunity. The cost is only $75, so it's very affordable to families, and the ages that they're targeting is 8 to 12-year-olds. It's going to be a small group, and they're going to be able to maintain all of the social distancing requirements. And I'm just asking your approval for this camp.
Any questions for Rachel? Do I have a motion for this new science camp program?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Sounds like fun. Again, thank you, Rachel. Deb Hunter, going to tell us about Jamming 101?
Yes. Good afternoon. Just like everyone else, we're trying to think outside the box with everything that's going on, and we have a award-winning singer-songwriter here that is willing to come and do a jamming workshop And we're proposing to do it on the City Plaza on a Friday night. So it could appeal to not only the musicians who want to participate in the jam, but also citizens who happen to be downtown eating. They might be able to kind of come and enjoy live music that's going on right here in our City Plaza. The plan is to pre-sell socially distanced seating for the participants, for the musicians, so that we can spread all the seating out to meet all the guidelines to keep everyone safe.
Okay, sounds neat. It's gonna be fun and different. Do I have any questions for Deb? Okay, do I have a motion that we approve?
So move.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. Thank you, Deb. Look forward to that. Okay, that about out of new business. Unless anybody else has any, we'll have Rachel up to take us home. Rachel, and tell us about everything coming up.
Will do. We've got a lot of fun activities headed into fall, and it's always a great time for Parks and Recreation, so I'm just going to tell you about a few. The first one is Hummingbirds and Pollinators at the Wilderness Station. This is instead of our annual Hummingbird Festival, which has become a huge success, but because of the large festival-like atmosphere, we've decided to postpone that until next year and instead have smaller offerings with the same kind of information. So this is going to be spread out through this week and a little bit next week. The dates are September 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 8th. And it will be at 10 o'clock, so people can come out, enjoy some talks and some hands-on education that the people at Outdoor Murfreesboro have planned. The next one, staying with Outdoor Murfreesboro, is our fall native plant sale. So the staff at Outdoor Murfreesboro have been working hard on growing some plants out that are all native, and the interesting part about this is the seeds have come directly from Murfreesboro, so keeping it local, and then they've grown it out. They're very knowledgeable staff, so if you are interested in any kind of native plants, you can come and ask them what might work in their garden and pick up some fall plants. That's October 2nd and 3rd. It'll be at the Wilderness Station, and that is 9 to 2. And then we want to keep our greenway clean. This has been a program that's been going on since the spring, and it's kind of a neat campaign that's had a lot of success over these COVID months because it allows people to get outside, enjoy our areas, and then also be a steward of the environment and clean up some of the litter that might be along the way. So this goes on every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, and they meet at a various trailhead. Bags and pickers are provided, so you can come out with your family, you can come out solo, and you can just kind of pick your way through, go at your own pace. So the best thing to do is to look at Facebook or call the Wilderness Station for the exact location of the trailhead. And then we have our virtual Greenway Art Festival. So again, the Greenway Art Festival has been hugely successful over the years and attracted a lot of people. This year we're going to forgo that again. But our creative staff have come up with a way to bring the artists to the people still. So they've been working hard on a virtual Greenway Art Festival. And it's going to be, you can access this on our website, and you can actually go through and shop with the artists. You'll see their bio and some samples of their work, and then a link that will take you to their place where you can actually purchase some of their artwork. And then we have our 74th annual City Closed Tennis Tournament. This will be September 26th through the 29th at Adams Tennis Complex. You can sign up online by going to murfreesboroparks.com and then find Adams Tennis, and it will direct you to the registration. You can also call, and they can give you more information. Their number is 615-546-4000. And then, if you haven't had a chance to go onto our website, it has gotten a facelift, and I'm a big fan of it. I really encourage you to go out and look at it. This is just a couple examples of kind of the the easy access, you'll see that the Rec Connection Program Guide, you can download it as a PFD very easily. We also have a calendar that is all interactive that will make it easy to find activities on certain days that you're interested in. Also from that calendar, it has the View All events, which will bring up everything that is going on in Parks and Recreation, which is always a big menu. So you can search through that. And then, of course, you can find us on our many Facebook pages. Hope you can come out and enjoy our parks. Thanks.
Thank you, Rachel. As usual, there's a lot going on. Nate, you got something to...
I just wanted to give just a brief update on where we stand facility-wise. Since March, we shut down all of our indoor facilities and have thus reopened them in the recent few weeks and past months. So the only facility that we still have closed is our senior center. We're taking advice from CDC guidelines, state recommendations, and also working with some of our specialty areas that work with aging specific on when we'll open that facility back up. So we've closed down a lot. We never closed down any of our open spaces or greenways or trails. Those have remained open this whole time. I'll be bringing next month back a more comprehensive update on where we stand budgetarily. This has had a significant impact on our budget. Our staff has adapted accordingly and really proven how creative, adaptive, and just passionate they are about bringing the services that we are able to provide. So we're moving forward. Everything's going. We're looking forward to the fall and what it looks like on the other side of this pandemic and what role that we play in that as well. And just a couple other just facility and project updates. We started yesterday moving dirt for Siegel Park, the expansion and improvements of that park. We're starting smaller than expected. We're doing 4 fields. 4 of those fields will be transitioned from natural to artificial turf. And that starts now and will be done in the next 4 months. And then we'll address phase 2 of that project and figure out what the timeline on that in the coming months. And then also phase 4 of the Greenway is now open. While Highway 99, where the TDOT project is still going through, that section is still closed. That should be done in December is the timeline they've given us. But we have now a trailhead at Barfield Crescent Park that the community can access, and then eventually we'll be able to take that all the way to Thompson Lane or Cannonsburg. So those are 2 of the big project updates I just wanted to update you on, and I'd be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Any questions for Nate? I'd like to ditto kind of what Nate said as far as the staff, and kudos to the staff for adjusting and keeping our facilities what they can do, keeping them and the programs going for us through these unusual times. So thank you so much for that. And if there's no further business today, we'll stand adjourned.